we're gonna start this weekend out with making hopefully the perfect matcha. One of my friends got me this beautiful handmade matcha bowl for Christmas, and then I got myself an actual matcha whisk yesterday. It's currently, I don't know what it's called, I'm warming it up in warm water so it can be ready to be whisked. I just watched probably 15 minutes worth of matcha tutorials, and I really want to get this right because I've been using a little electronic like milk frother to make my matcha, but that broke, so I thought that would be the perfect opportunity for me to actually make a real matcha. And also because of this bowl, it's just so beautiful. Even though I haven't used it for matcha yet, it's been my go-to like snack bowl just because I like looking at it and I want to have it out. So all of TikTok said that you need to definitely use a sift or whatever this is called. So we're gonna start out by using that and kind of crumbling up the matcha powder. This is my matcha powder. I don't know where I got it from, I don't remember, but I have kind of a lot, and I'm not sure if this is like good matcha powder or not, no idea, but it's worked in the past. Like my matchas haven't been like not good, they've just not been as good as they could be, I think. And then also I recently got this like electronic milk frother. It's really fun because you can take the little thing out and it's magnetic, and I really like it. So this is how I'm going to be making my milk. This also heats up milk, so it's going to be warm matcha and not a cold matcha, because whenever I used my electronic milk frother, obviously that wouldn't warm up the milk, so I would basically just have iced matchas all the time. So today's my first homemade warm matcha. Alright, I did make a mistake because I didn't buy barista milk, and this one doesn't really froth that much, so it's just very milky and not very like soft and frothy. But I think it looks pretty good overall. I'm gonna taste this. I tried my best while whisking the matcha, so if this doesn't turn out good, I'm gonna be really sad. It tastes really good. The only thing I don't like is the milk, I think, because it's a mix of cow and oat milk and it's not frothy, it's just milk. So I think that's a problem, but other than that, like with the matcha taste, I'm very happy. Alright, and with that made, this is gonna be my energy cake for studying, because that's what I'll be doing mostly. That's not what I'll show you mostly. I'll show you the little fun activities in between, but I'm gonna go study now. And then I'll probably see you afterwards because I'm meeting one of my friends in town to go on a little reading slash knitting slash talking date. So yeah, I'll see you later. I just remembered that I need to actually take one of my Vinted packages to the post office. So that's what we're gonna do first before studying. Also, Sophie's scarf. I'm done with studying for now. I just put on still a very comfortable outfit, but like more put together than just sweats, and now I'm ready to head into the city. I'm so thankful I ended up buying this bag from Vinted. I've had it for a while now, but this bag actually fits knitting needles and iron flame. So here's the book, here are my two little yarn things, and then here are the two knitting needles. They fit perfectly in there. This is my current project, and we talked about maybe like knitting or crocheting a bit, but this is the project that I want to finish, so this is what I'm bringing, and that's what's in my bag. It's a lot later and it's already dark outside. I totally forgot to film anything, but I had such a nice time. We chatted for hours and I did make a tiny bit of progress in my gray knitting scarf. This one, if you don't remember, I only did like I think 3 or 4 rows, but that's better than nothing, so that's fine. I also listened to a little bit of Iron Flame on the way there and back, and I am now in chapter 23, which is not even close to halfway, but it's better than nothing. And I just made some dinner. This is my little whatever we have at home salad. It's actually my grandma's like potato cucumber salad recipe. You only need potatoes and cucumbers, and I usually have those at home, so perfect dinner for me. And I'm just gonna eat and then I'll read for a bit, I think, or I'll keep knitting and listen to the audiobook, because the audiobook actually isn't that bad. It's in German, so it's a little bit weird switching between the German audiobook and then the English reading book, but I think that's the only possible way for me to finish it before book club next week. And then I think I'll also need to get a little bit more studying done because I have one more chapter that I want to like go through the theories of it, so I think I want to do that tonight so that I can start with the calculations tomorrow. And then other than starting the calculations tomorrow will be more of a kind of bookish chill day because today was kind of busy with the studying. I also kind of overslept a little bit and I had to do like some chores around the house and stuff, but tomorrow I kind of have more me time, I guess. Good morning. We're on the way to the gym and I'm wearing my headband that I made for the first time, and I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure if I have like a headband face, if that makes sense, but I'll keep it on for now. We'll see. Okay, first feedback of the headband. It kind of doesn't really make sense because it's kind of snowing and now everything on top of my head is still wet and cold. But I think the problem with it is that you can't tell that I have hair. I just look like I'm a bald egg. The time's come to start studying, and I think I'm gonna stack my activities. I found out that one of my classes has 4 videos that I need to watch, so I'm gonna watch the videos while I work on my first knitted beanie. I was gonna make this a headband, but since I found out this morning that I'm not really a headband person, I'm just gonna make it bigger and then sew it together into a beanie. I hope that's gonna work. I don't know. I think the color is pretty nice. I don't know if it's like a color that's gonna suit me well, but oh no, I've come this far, so I'm not gonna stop. But it has this really nice like classic knit pattern, and then the other side is I think this is like the pearl pattern. I don't really know, but I'm just gonna make the basic beanie that I always do, make a big rectangle and then sew them together, and this is gonna be like what's on my head, and then it's gonna be flipped around. In the beginning I thought I wasn't gonna be a fan of 2 different patterns being visible, but I think this combination actually doesn't look too bad. I think it's kind of fun. So I'm gonna make this while watching my videos because I have a to-do list for today. I need to finish the theoretical stuff from one of the classes, watch at least one of the videos, and do some calculations. But I feel like I'm kind of already starting to burn out, which is not good because this is the first week of I think 3. So I'm gonna start out with the videos. Obviously I'll try to take a few notes, but I think that all of the stuff that's said in the videos should also be part of the calculations that I need to do. So I'm just gonna, as I mentioned, listen. And then right now the weather is pretty bad. It was snowing in the morning, but now it's snow and rain, and I really want to go to the dog park today, but I don't want to go if it's raining, so I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But I might just wait a little bit until like the latest I can leave is 3 because I want to walk for about an hour and it gets dark a little bit after 4, and I don't want to be out there walking alone in the dark. The time has come to go to the dog park, and I finished my knitting hat just in time. There's only one problem. It doesn't look that bad, but it's ginormous because it stretches so much, and I think I'm gonna have to redo it because I could fit 2 hats in here. I mean, it's not too bad, but it's just also not very comfortable. I think it just looks a little bit big, but it's very pretty. I think the color turned out really nice, and I'm very happy with the pattern. I didn't make any mistakes, I think, at least from what I can tell, but I'm gonna have to undo this and definitely make it at least like this much shorter, smaller, whatever, and then also probably make it a little bit shorter this way because it just stretches so much and crochet doesn't stretch that much, and I didn't expect it to be this big. But the good thing is I used exactly 1 ball of this type of yarn, so I can make 2. I used exactly 1 ball for this size, so I guess if I make it smaller, then I could make probably 3 hats out of 2. Would that work out? Maybe. But yeah, it's already after 3, so we need to kind of hurry so we get to the dog park before it gets dark because I want to see the dogs. I also gotta say, I do feel a little bit like a stalker because I'm exclusively going there to watch the dogs and to like film them sneakily, but I just love them. They're all so cute, and they get like together in their little gangs and groups, and they're all so like happy to see each other and happy to play and run around, and I just love that energy. I'm hoping, even though the weather is bad, there's still gonna be like a lot of people there so I can see a lot of dogs. And yeah, 1 minute later and my shoes are already wet, and so is everything else. We're at the dog park. I couldn't find like a warm hat that I liked, so I wore this one, and that's already wet too. My feet are freezing. It's way too cold to be outside. I don't think there's gonna be many dogs, but we came this far, so we're gonna keep walking. But I'm definitely gonna need a bath after this. I'm also listening to the Iron Flame audiobook. I'm on chapter 27, so I guess same as I ended yesterday, but not too bad, I think. I still have like probably 2/3 of the book to go, but it's not too bad. Good morning. I'm about to leave to go on a long walk with one of my friends and her dog. I brought a bag full of dog treats because I'm basically not gonna use them anymore. And we're driving to this really nice lake, and I'm very excited. It's kind of a long drive there and back, but I haven't been there in a while, and I'm very excited. This is the outfit of the day. I'm wearing these shoes for the first time in probably years, and I'm hoping I'm not gonna get like any blisters, but they're the only ones that I have that seem waterproof. So that's what I'm going with. And yeah, I need to drive to her house, and then from there we're gonna drive together, and it's gonna be for me like an hour and a half total, but it's totally worth it because it's so pretty. From those first few meters, I think the boots are gonna be fine. Also, my neighbor, like a little old lady, just complimented me on my crocheted scarf, and that made me so happy because I feel like compliments on handmade things by grandmas, there's nothing better than that. Can't convince me otherwise, and I'm actually very proud of that scarf, so that made it even better. But yeah, now I'm gonna drive to my friend's house. We had such a nice time on our walk. Unfortunately, all of the little pathways were completely frozen solid, so it was very slippery, and I fell once, didn't hurt myself, but it was kind of a little bit unsafe to walk, so we ended up turning around and not walking around the whole lake, but it was still a great time, and we saw so many dogs, and it was so much fun. And now I'm back home. I'm currently knitting my hat on the second try. I did pick a different pattern this time. I picked the one that's like more ribbed and like even more stretchy, and I made it a lot shorter. I'm hoping it's not gonna be too short now, but I think it looks kind of fine, and also, as I mentioned, it's very stretchy, so I think it's gonna work out. And I just had the best time today, and it was so nice, and it was so wintry, and there were so many people like on the lake ice skating. That would have been way too scary for me because it didn't look that safe. But yeah, this is gonna be my activity for the rest of the night. I'll also study a little bit, but I think that's kind of boring, so I'm gonna end the vlog here. I hope you enjoyed this little weekend with me, and I'll see you very soon in the next one.